I'm going to start with the minute of silence, starting now. Oh. Hey, so today I want to talk about one possible reason that you don't feel like you're being as productive, or you're feeling stressed, or not getting to the thing you want. One reason could be, and this is what I want to talk about today, was your sleep schedule. Sleeping better can help towards any goal, any project, anything you want, any change you want to do. So for me, I wasn't sleeping well for a very long time, and I didn't know how to change that because I wasn't actually paying attention to the things I was doing every day. So what I realized, I was eating really late, heavy foods. I was drinking really late, watching TV, aimlessly scrolling on my phone, and in the mornings when I woke up, I would feel like I'm rushed, feel stressed and groggy throughout the day. So I wasn't being efficient. The moment I started making the change, I wasn't doing it purposefully or intentionally. I had to get up earlier for work because I had to go to a coworker's house, and I was carpooling with them, and we'd go to work together. So I was getting up earlier, and the two things I was doing, which I want to offer to you, is I was physically moving, and I was getting sunlight. So for me to get from my place to their place, I'd get on my scooter, and it was about a mile. So the first thing I did in the morning after I dragged myself out of bed was engaged in physical activity. And trust me, when I was 230 pounds and not doing very well, it was a physical activity. I was pushing. So I was doing that, and I was getting sunlight every morning, first thing in the morning, as soon as I woke up. So when I got to her place, I noticed, although I was tired, I wasn't groggy. I was more awake. I was more present. When I did that, again, unintentionally, because I got up earlier, I would also go to sleep earlier. So I noticed I was going to bed at like 10, sometimes 11, and my regular time of going to sleep was past 12, almost every night, for sure. And because I was eating and drinking and watching TV and scrolling on my phone, I felt super awake. I couldn't go to sleep. And I wouldn't have a good sleep schedule, because if it's past 12 o'clock and I had to be up at 7, at most I was getting 7 hours. But because I wasn't eating well, because I was watching stuff that excited me or gave me stress sometimes, my sleep, my dreams were also pretty much nightmares, and to the point where I was actually journaling about them. So what I did, again unintentionally, was, because I was going to sleep earlier, I'd get rid of those things earlier, and I started noticing my sleep schedule get a little better. When I started working out every day, eating better, I noticed that throughout the day, my quality of life was better. I wasn't as groggy. It was more attentive, more present, and that kept me going. Part of also getting up earlier, which I want to say all of this was intentional, but not a single thing was intentional until very recently. What was happening was I'd get to work about an hour early. We both get to work about an hour early because they had to find parking. So we get at the school at 7 o'clock. From 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, I had to waste time. I would play music. I would learn a new language. I'm every day I'm learning Italian. I do about a half hour to an hour every morning. So I was feeling more productive. I was feeling happier that I was being more productive, and it kept me wanting to do stuff like that. Once I realized my sleep schedule completely changed, even though I have some nightmares or anxiety dreams, I'm pretty much staying asleep throughout the night. Part of what was my problem was because I was eating, drinking, and watching things that would excite me. I would wake up throughout the night. So I'd wake up throughout the night, so I wasn't having a complete sleep schedule. I'd also wake up just on time to get to work, so I felt rushed and stressed. And then I'd feel groggy, and then at night I'd force myself to stay up way past when I was tired because of the things I was doing. So part of what helped me change was, and again unintentionally, was eating better, getting up earlier, being more productive in the morning, and shutting off everything by the time I went to sleep. Another thing that just came to my mind was I was only using my bed when it was time to go to sleep. Before that, I was lying in bed almost all day, or mainly through the day, and that teaches your body when you're lying down that you're not tired, so that when you actually are tired and ready for bed, and in your bed, your body goes, but we've done this all day, we don't want to sleep. So I use my bed only when I'm ready to go to sleep. I don't eat or drink before I go to sleep. I don't watch anything that's going to excite me or make me feel stressed. I usually shut off everything or watch Bob Ross, because Bob Ross is awesome. And when I get up earlier in the morning, I leave time for myself to not feel rushed, to feel more productive, and it makes me happier and wanting to keep doing that. I get sunlight in the morning, and I do a little bit of physical activity in the morning. You don't have to do exactly that. You can do some meditation. You can do a very light movement. You can even just stretching for 5 minutes will help. And all of these things, once you start doing this on a regular basis, you'll start seeing that you will have more bouts of feeling attentive, less groggy, more present. Your sleep schedule will be better, so that you don't feel stressed that you didn't get. You're not feeling sleep deprived. When you feel those kinds of things, your head is kind of like not knowing what to do, or it's stressed, or can't think properly. Think about like an engine that's not working at its full capacity and trying to do the work of an engine that is working at full capacity. So do the thing for yourself of making sure the engine, right? Making sure the engine works properly and healthily, so that the thing that you want to do, which is a creative goal, a creative project, a change in your life, make sure that you're not starting from at least a step or two behind. And it may not seem connected, right? Better sleep equals more productivity and creativity, and how I can be more creative. But even thinking about your mental space, right? If your mental space is more clear, less groggy, less stressed, you leave the room for all of these better ideas. You're more attentive, you're more present. And so it's a good way to indirectly improve something that you're trying to do. So most people, I want to be more creative. They get super stressed on being more creative, and they only work on creativity. If you work on having a better quality body, the creativity will come more. You'll have space, you'll have energy, you'll be more present and awake, so that those ideas can come. And that's all I had to say for today. I'm gonna do a minute of quiet, and then I will go through my day. So, one last thing I wanted to say, as I just thought about it while I was relaxing, was journaling. You can journal at the beginning or end of your day. Mostly, something that works for me is journaling at night, because I think at night, and I would overthink situations or make up situations that weren't there, and then react to those situations, and those would keep me up. So just a quick journal of all your like last thoughts for the night, and putting them out there instead of keeping them in your head. And you don't have to answer them, you don't have to spend any more time on them, just write them, get them out, close the book. And that can be like a kind of last routine where you send a signal to your body, I'm ready for sleep. As always, if you have any exercises, feedback, observations, anything you want to say, if you want to join me, send me a message. Have a good day.